and a person named Mike McKinney, and they were actually plotting to kill David. In reality, Steve Chambers went crazy seeing so much money. As there was a flaw in the plan, he wanted to have David killed in Mexico and take all the money for himself. The FBI arrested Mike McKinney, who immediately spilled the entire plan. It was Mike who revealed that David was in Mexico, and 80 said that after stealing the case from Loomis Fargo, they took the vehicle to the Reynolds and Reynolds printing press parking lot and transferred the cash to another vehicle there. Amazingly, Steve worked at the Reynolds printing press. He didn't even think to take the vehicle to a secluded place to transfer the cash. And because they had very little time, a lot of cash, and the plan was completely flawed, they left $3 million in the vehicle and parked it in the forest. He didn't even bother to leave the vehicle far away. This forest was right next to Steve's office and only a few kilometers away from the Loomis Fargo warehouse. So, the police and FBI had identified the entire group within the first 10 days, but they waited for the next 5 months. Solid evidence was gathered, and then on the 8th day of March, David Gant was arrested from Mexico. The next day, Steve Chambers, his wife Michelle, and Kelly Campbell were arrested from Charlotte, Carolina. The FBI recovered about 88% of the stolen money. As for the remaining money, Steve Chambers squandered it on buying wooden items. Steve Chambers was sentenced to 11 years and David Gant to 7 years. For David, he was also billed for the missing $3 million, which he had actually not spent. In 2016, a film called Masterminds was made on this story. The producer of the film hired David Gant as a consultant, but he did not receive any salary. Because by law, any money David receives will be directly used to pay off his debt. At that time, David was working as a construction worker, and he said that he couldn't pay off this debt even if he worked his entire life. Today, David Gant lives in Jacksonville, Florida with his wife and children and makes a living as a construction worker. He has maintained his presence on social media and continues to give people the opportunity to learn from his mistakes.